It is time for Parenthood in Focus, and we're joined as ever by Petrina O'Halloran. Petrina, of course, you know well from the show as the founder of Mama's Boobie Box, mum blogger and writer for boobingit.com, the online magazine. Good morning to you, Petrina. How are you?
Good morning, Alan. Thanks for having me.
No, delighted to have you in, as parents are whenever you're in, because you always have great advice. And the topic this morning is a key one, travelling with children.
Yeah.
I've been there. I'm bored. What'll I do now? And telling them that being bored is an essential part of being young, that it helps to fire your imagination, I find falls on deaf ears. So how can you help us, Petrina?
I guess, Alan, let's start with the packing and stuff. So I would say don't overpack. Now, this is all fresh in my mind because we just did a recent long weekend away in London. So for each of the girls, we literally had one outfit each for each day and then one spare, and that was it. They fit into their cool camp backpacks, which meant they could carry them. So you bring a bag that the kids can actually carry if they're old enough to actually carry their own backpacks. It makes it so much easier going through airports and everything else. So that definitely helped. And I even changed my own bag into a backpack because I realised 2 kids of my own trying to pull a wheelie and push a buggy was not going to work.
You only have 2 hands.
So yeah, think about your own packing as well. Brought a backpack, so much easier. I did bring a light buggy just for the fact, even though my youngest is 4, but because of just getting into trains, we were taking trains and planes, so I was on my own travelling. I was meeting somebody over there, so just so much easier. Bring the buggy, shove one of the kids into it. You can put all the bags onto the buggy. It was only a lightweight travel buggy. It's not a big massive buggy. We paid €40 for it, so something light, something simple. It folds up easy. You can put it onto a train, put it onto the plane easy, and something one of the kids can share as well, makes life so much easier.
I do have to ask you about some of the extras that children like to bring when travelling, Petrina, as you well know, be it the tablets, headphones, I think are key for certain moments, but also they will have their beloved Teddy or TY or whatever it might be, and sometimes it's a cast of characters. You'd be bringing it along 10 or 11 because they all have to travel together. So how do you tackle that?
To be fair, I did let the kids pack their own bags, and then I did a little supervision of the bags after they did it. But my youngest one is very clever, and she managed to sneak in, and I said 1 Teddy each, and don't make it your favourite, because if you lose it, there'd be
tears,
Yeah, so don't bring your favourite teddy. Great plan. So she packed in an extra teddy, and she also packed in her Christmas present from Santa, which is basically like a mini movie projector, which is heavy, and it takes
sounds cool.
Yeah, it is actually very cool. She loves it, and she now has to have it every night before she goes to sleep. So she managed to squeeze that in and say nothing, and I didn't see it until actually we got there, and I was like, oh, this is great. If we lose this thing, she'll go nuts. But anyway, we managed to get through without it, and it was fine. But yeah, a little supervision of the bags if your kids are packing on their own, to check there's not too many teddies in there. And then anytime we do go on a flight, Alan, I make up my own little kind of entertainment packs in a Ziploc bag. So what I did for the kids, because they're older this time now, and Aisling has started to learn how to write her name, is you can go on to actually the Crayola website. I think it's just crayola.com, and they allow you to print off 3 or 4 pictures for free. You just have to give them your email address. So then if you've a printer at home, print them off, and then it's handy colouring on the plane. So in the pack, I put in a few of those pictures, some colours, sometimes a deck of cards, little fidget things that they can play with on the plane. Anything that can fit in that small table, basically, that can pass an hour is basically what they're doing. And then little, for my older girl, I had little maths problems basically printed off, because she loves maths, and she did that for half an hour. She thought it was the best thing ever.
Fair play to her. Loves maths. Well, you got a good one there.
So little things like that will keep them entertained and keep them sitting, because if it's a short flight, like we were only an hour in the plane, they don't kind of understand. You're only just up in the air, you can have your seatbelt off, go to the toilet, and then 20 minutes later you're getting off again, so trying to explain we're not going to be on this plane all day, so you can't be running up and down the aisles, so just to try and keep them in their seats. A little bit of entertainment, books as well. I think they had a book each as well, so yeah, that was very helpful, having all of those little toys in the plane. And then, Alan, don't forget, kids usually always get sick as well when you're away. So having just a bottle of Calpol and some plasters with you, just basic first aid kit, is very handy, because our little girl did get sick on holiday, got a temperature, and we had the Calpol with us, so it was fine. Other handy things to have with you are water bottles, because in all the airports you can refill your water bottles now. So bring your water bottles with you. You know, kids are always thirsty. Save you buying and spending loads of money on juices, etc.
Might I suggest wipes?
Yes.
Wet wipes.
Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. You won't believe how many different scenarios you need those for. And sometimes yourself as well.
Yes, they're very handy. We actually bought them en route because we didn't have them with us, so definitely wipes. And then I brought like our own lunch boxes as well. So because we were kind of travelling between breakfast and lunch, I packed up a lunch for them, and then we had the lunch boxes. So then if you're out and about or you're picking up snacks, it's just handy to bring their snacks around if you're out for the day and you're away. Have your own snacks and stuff they like, especially if you're staying in an apartment. You can prepare food, bring it away with you. So bring your lunch boxes with you. They're really handy. I would say, Alan, keep account of your bags. So, you know, if you have 4 bags, make sure you have 4 bags with you all the time. We got a bag lost. Luckily, I had literally just got off the train and I was counting the bags and realised we'd one gone. On the way to the airport, the bag was on the train.
And this was what I was going to ask you about, the benefits of having, you know, your children having their own like cool camp bag or whatever, that aside from it means you have to carry less, it teaches them that level of independence and responsibility that they're carrying it. Was it one of the bags they were carrying though that was lost?
Yes, but you see, we had the agreement that Dad was meant to carry the bags and Mum was meant to get the kids off the train, so he didn't see all of the bags that were left in the hold. But anyway, it was fine. We managed
Trina's
to get
other
the
half,
bag back.
it's your fault, okay? Just accept facts.
And my child was very, very made sure she blamed him for it. I got off the train perfectly fine with Mum, so it's all your fault, Dad. But we ended the trip, so it wasn't too bad. It wasn't the start of the trip, and we managed to get the bag back before we had to get on the plane, which was the most important thing, because the little projector was in the bag. So you can imagine what would have happened if we didn't get that back.
Oh my God, yeah, there'd been tears there. Well, look, if you know, to follow all that advice, you get the Petrina O'Halloran guarantee that you'll have a relatively trouble-free holiday or travel experience. Isn't that right?
Yeah, well,
or as close to it as possible.
Don't expect any extra sleep, I would say that much.
Yeah, and do a bag count.
Do a bag count.
Very, very important as well. Petrina, glad to hear it all turned out well in the end.
It was all good in the end, yeah.
And we can all learn from your experience. Petrina O'Halloran with us there, founder of Birth and Beyond, also the woman behind Mama's Boobie Box, and you can find some of her writing on boobingit.com.